Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Life with Patty. It is Saturday evening and it has been a few days since I have been on. I did write in my community post that my husband was in the hospital. He's still there, but he is doing better. So thank you for all your prayers and good thoughts and good vibes and all that stuff. He had a rough 2 days, let me tell you. It was rough, but he is doing way better today, coherent today, getting everything straightened out. He's on his antibiotics for 2 full days. He had a flare-up with his foot again, so he had the infection in his cellulitis. He had pneumonia. His oxygen level was way too high. So anyways, they brought that back down under control, and he's on the IV antibiotics. And so today, this afternoon, he is so much more coherent, and he's actually talking, and he was watching Yellowstone, so I know he's getting back to normal. The only thing that really scared me this time is he's never had pneumonia before, so I was just really nervous about the pneumonia, because we've had 2 close family members pass away from pneumonia in the last couple years, and I just freaked out over that. So anyways, he is doing better. But my friend, it was her birthday, and tradition is that we take each other to birthday lunch sometime. It doesn't have to be on that exact date, but we had lined up to go out for birthday lunch today, and I was gonna cancel, and then I went to see my husband this morning at the hospital, and he seemed better, and so the doctor was actually there when I came in, and so I got to talk with the doctor, and so then my husband was saying, no, go to lunch, you know, and so I did. I went with my friend, we went to lunch, and we went to the Goodwill, and I did a ridiculous book haul. I did a ridiculous book haul. Yeah, it's crazy, but it was very therapeutic, let's just say that. Okay, so we had a lovely lunch at Olive Garden, and we went to Hobby Lobby and I think that's what we did, Olive Garden, Goodwill, and Hobby Lobby. I think those were the only stores that we went to, yeah. And but we had some fun at Hobby Lobby. I didn't get a whole lot, just got a couple things, a pillow and a picture for my wall, nothing big, you know. And then we got a ridiculous book haul at Goodwill. Both of us did. So I spent $39.98. So rounded off, I spent $40. Okay, and I've been seeing a bunch of different books by different authors that I've never read, and so I found some of them there, and so I thought I would try them out. First one was this Caddy Woodlon, and the book is You Say It First. This series, there's a bunch of books kind of like this from this author, and I had seen different people doing book reviews on it, and so I thought I would try it out. In You Say It First, Caddy explores the messy victories and the sweet imperfections of falling in love across party lines. Meg and Colby are brave and scared, flawed yet true to themselves. And as the relationship grows, we see how the wrong person can come along at exactly the right time. Caddy's writing is always full of empathy, humor, and hope. And this book is no different. I absolutely loved it. So that looked like a light, easy read. So I thought I would try that out at some point in my life. Who knows when. And then this, let me see, the author's name is covered up on this one. Let me pull it off. Yeah, we went to Goodwill, and their prices are good. They're not as good as our local bookstore we have here in town. Our local bookstore in town, if it's a softback book, it's 50 cents. If it's a hardback, it's $1. So these books, like this one at Goodwill, was $2.99. Okay, so the next one is by Jan Caron, and It's a series of 3 books at home in Midford. Now, has anybody read Jan Caron? I would like to know what you think. It's easy to feel at home in Midford. In these high green hills, the air is pure, the village is charming, and the people are greatly lovable. Yet Father Tim, the bachelor rector, wants something more. Enter a dog the size of a sofa who moves in and won't go away. Add an attractive neighbor who begins wearing the path through the hedge. Now stir in a lovable but unloved boy, a mystifying jewel theft, and a secret that's 60 years old. Suddenly, Father Tim gets more than he bargained for, and readers get a rich provocative comedy in which series and miracles abound. So this is the first one, At Home in Midford, and then this is the second one. It's called The Light in the Window, and this is the third one. It's called These High Green Hills. So I happened to get all 3, which was awesome, and they were $1.99 a piece. Then this is a youth read, and it's called Story Thieves. I thought that maybe my grandson would like to read this, and if my grandson here in town, Jackson, doesn't want to read it, I think Tristan would like it. Life is boring when you live in the real world instead of staring in your own book series. Owen knows that better than anyone. What with the real world's homework and chores, but everything changes the day Owen sees the impossible happen. His classmate Bethany climbing out of a book in the library. It turns out Bethany's half fiction has been searching every book she could find for her missing father, a fictional character. Bethany can't let anyone else learn her secret, so Owen makes her a deal. All she has to do is take him into the book in Owen's favorite Keel Nomenfoot series, and he'll never say a word. Besides, visiting the book might help Bethany find her father, or it might just destroy the Keel Nomenfoot series, reveal Bethany's secret into the entire world, and force Owen to live out Keel Nomenfoot's very final adventure. So that seems like a cute one. I don't know if Jackson would get it. He's only 7. He's going to be 8 at the end of this month. But I think Tristan, who's 10, he's almost 11, I think he'll like this one. And then also, The Girl Who Drank the Moon is a Pulitzer Prize winner. John Newbery Medal. It was $1.99, and I had seen different YouTube channels talk about this one as a youth read, that it was really good. So my granddaughter Riley is 12, and so I thought I would get that for her, and it was $1.99. I have read The Lonesome Dove a long time ago by Larry McMurtry, and I hadn't read it forever, but I remember loving it. And I had said I was going to purchase it again just to have, so I could read it again. This is 945 pages, this book is, and I loved it. And they made a movie out of it. They made a series, like a mini series out of it, but the book was fabulous, and it's been years since I read it. It doesn't even look like they ever read the book, because the binding is not even broken in this book. But the pages are kind of dark, like it's old. I think it's from the original ones like I bought. But I did read mine. When it was done, it was like trashed. But it was $1.99, and that's better than I was going to pay for it new. So yeah, I'm going to read this again. I loved this book. All right, what else do I have here? Another John Newbery Medal winner was this Caddy Woodlon, and it is another youth read, and I thought this would be a great book for my granddaughter Paisley to read. So I found, and they're all in great condition, like this one too. The binding is not even broken on it, so I don't think the book ever even got read. But my Paisley Faith hopefully will read this book. I think she will like it. And then Beverly Lewis has been recommended to me by several people, and I do believe that Kim Loves Artie sent me one of her books as well. But this one is called The Preacher's Daughter, and this one is October Song, both by Beverly Lewis, and it's about the Amish world, the Amish community. And so I thought I would give those a try. I think those will be really good books to try. Again, $1.99 each. And I think they're going to be really, really good books to read. I'm kind of trying to read a whole bunch of different authors that I haven't read before. And so I also found this author, Janet Oak. Has anybody read her books? Because I have never read her books. I've never seen her books. This one is Love Comes Softly. They look like they're kind of like G-rated romance. The Tender Years, and A Gown of Spanish Lace. I'm curious to know if anybody has read these books. So they again were $1.99, and I think that they'll be a good read. I'm kind of excited to read them. And then I also found Party Food. It's a little mini cookbook. It was $2.99. It looks brand new, and it has all kinds of little appetizer foods and little foods that you would take to a party. And I love cookbooks anyways, so I just thought this would be a good one. So $2.99 for that hardback, but I think it'll be a good book. And then you know me, I do like Danielle Steel. My friend that went to lunch with me today, she's like, I don't know that I've ever read a Danielle Steel. I'm like, why not? Like, give her a try. Give the lady a try. You know what I'm saying? So this one, Past Perfect. And I don't think I've ever read this book, and I don't have it. This one was coming out, and I have read this book, but I don't believe I have it in my collection, and so I'm going to read it again. This one is Fairy Tale. I do not believe that I have ever read this one, and I don't have it in my collection. And these were all $1.99. Bungalow 2, I know I don't have that one, and I've never read that one. Rushing Waters, I do believe I have read this one, but I don't have it in my collection, and I will reread it. And the last one is One Day at a Time, and I don't think that I've ever read this book, and I don't think I have it in my collection. And from judging from the back of the cover, this was quite a few years ago, because she's a lot older looking than that now. Published in 2009, so yeah, a little ways back. Anyways, that was my haul for today. I thought I did great. I found so many books that I don't need, but I wanted. And at these prices, you know, if one of these authors I read doesn't spike my interest, I have a friend she's basically bedridden, and so I'll give those books to her. Or I have the free little libraries in town, and I can donate them there. So yeah. So anyways, it was a fun day, and then I was very happy when I got back to the hospital to see my husband, and he was doing so much better. That made me super happy. And now I am home, and I'm going to go take a nice relaxing bath and get in my pajamas and read the book that I am currently reading. I will be back on Thursday BookTube to do a review of 2 different books. So, all right, you guys, have a great Memorial weekend. I'm just going to lay low here in town and visit with the Hubs and go to church on Sunday, and maybe work in my yard a little bit. It's the weather's creeping back up. It's 91 today, and it's supposed to be 107 by next weekend. So, yep, summer is here for us. So, all right, you guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.